Hello, and once again, we are live with the Modern Mystery School UK and EU podcast and YouTube channel. And welcome back, Jackie. How are you?
I'm doing very well, Tisma. How are you?
Really well. And I am excited to find out why you would want to walk the ritual master path, because you're from a psychology background. So you're delving deep into the minds of people and patterns and all sorts of things. So what would then why would you want to what drew you to the ritual master path? And then if you could share maybe if you have found any benefits.
Yeah, thank you. Great question. I think what anyone who has become a ritual master will tell you first and foremost is that it's a calling. So there's something often deep within that tells you almost, I have to do this. And I think when I think back to taking steps onto the ritual master path and actually doing it in the first place, I just knew there was something in me that had to. I didn't know what ritual master really was. I didn't know what it was going to bring me. I just had a guide in my life who suggested that the things that I wanted to create in the world would require me to be a ritual master. And I trusted that. And I was also kind of intrigued. So I think it may have been a curiosity piece as well that brought me there initially. And then I remember sitting in the ritual master for a couple of days the first time you do it, and I remember sitting there and thinking, like, wow, I'm surrounded by all these people who have been through a lot of hardship and a lot of difficulty in ways that I hadn't been. I grew up in a really beautiful life in a kind of almost like a sheltered way. I was protected from the evils of the world, if you will. And I thought to myself, like, what am I doing here? But yeah, ritual master calls you when there's something in you that wants to fight for the good. And if you're a person who maybe you haven't experienced a lot of bad, you don't have to have. But if you're a person who wants to bring good and wants to fight for good, then ritual master is really the place for you to do it best.
Yeah, I 100% agree. It's for people from all walks of life, isn't it? All different backgrounds, different experiences. And that thing that unifies us is that calling. It's exactly what you said. It's that calling. It's like, oh, hang on a minute. There's something here for me and something I need to do and I need to achieve. And nobody can really put their finger on it, but I can relate. Now, tell us, since walking the ritual master path, has there been any benefits that you can share with us that you've noticed in your life? Anything that, or not? Maybe there are not any benefits.
Yeah, there certainly have been benefits, and oftentimes more than you realize in the moment. But the biggest thing that Ritual Master has done for me is show me with the utmost clarity what is right and what is wrong. And it really hones your ability to discern in your life and as well as just in the world when you see things going on, maybe with your clients, with the people you work with. I'm a psychologist, obviously, so I work with people. And it really helps you to understand, okay, this is correct and this is incorrect. And then to take action in accordance with that. And being a ritual master, eventually you become a warrior for the light. And being a warrior for the light means that you're fighting and you're defending that which is light, and standing up against anything that's not. And that goes. It's not just physical fighting. I mean, I'm a woman. I don't particularly like to fight at all, really. But I'm very happy to stand up against injustice in whatever way that comes about, whether it's someone who's being treated unfairly, particularly if it's a child or someone I work with children with special needs, so special needs children. And it really does come into every area of your life, and it starts first with the self. So you start to think like, oh, wait, all of these patterns and all of these thoughts that I've let dominate my whole life are not right for me. And they aren't the light, So it starts first defeating the negativity within you. And then with that, we can extend it into the world and create the world that we all want to live in.
And I think that's a really interesting point, because when you have that discernment, it brings an awful lot of inner peace and calm, because what is right and what is wrong. And sometimes we're led down the garden path to think that something is right, and there's some kind of internal struggle and battle still going on, and something's not right, can't put your finger on it because I'm doing everything right, I'm doing what, and then you realize, hang on a minute, this is what the problem is. And it's sometimes so very subtle, isn't it? And it's like those things that you were saying, patterns or things that we're doing. So yeah.
Absolutely. And bringing clarity, right? It all starts with life activation, with Empower Thyself, with Healers Academy. And it really puts you on the trajectory toward whatever it is that is your path and your purpose. And it brings clarity. But doubt can come in. And Ritual Master has really helped me. It's even hard to think about the degree of doubt that I had before the Ritual Master path, and how much I was like, but everyone says I should do this, or my family said I should do this, or, society, whatever. We pick stuff up along the way, and knowing really clearly, oh, that's actually not for me. And you can just boop, gone, and move forward. So, and high teachers such as yourself talk about the Ritual Master path as being like being on a rocket ship toward progression and toward growth. And it's so accurate, because you much more easily can take something that's not for you and just say, that's not for me, and leave it.
100% agree. And what's interesting is that, I see a lot of the younger generation really wanting to follow this path and to step up, to this path. And that's also fascinating to me as well. How, it's the maturing of the soul, and so that's fascinating. And how would you say, because I would say that, you're of the younger generation in that sense. And do you feel that it's just for a certain age group of people, or can you give us a little bit of insight for that, of that as well?
Yeah, absolutely. And I started to look at people who are even a bit younger than me. I'm 30 now, but I stepped on the Ritual Master path at 27 or something like that, I think. And there are people, I have peers who are even younger than that. And I look at them, and I look at myself even sometimes, and think wow, it's a lot of responsibility to take on as a young person to become a Ritual Master. But I was never the type of person that didn't want it. If my mission is to be a Ritual Master, if my soul is calling to be a Ritual Master, then I'd rather do it now. Honestly, I'd rather do it now than maybe walk down a path that's not for me, take a big long detour, maybe learn a lot of lessons the hard way, and then, circumnavigate back to where I started initially. And I think people who are even younger than me, I'm so impressed by them and their just absolute gusto to take this on at such a young age. And it's beautiful, it's wonderful. And we really owe it to everyone who came before us and made it possible, that made the maturing of the soul possible. Because now, we're on the rocket ship, and everyone can jump on and join us for our ride through space if they want.
Yes, and I love that. I'm in for the rocket ship ride. as you know.
Yes.
We're all in. We're all in. I love that. Our time has whizzed by, and I kind of just wanted to finish with maybe just a little note to people that Ritual Master is coming up in October, and I know that you have also studied Kabbalah as well. And so, is there anything? I'm just kind of throwing that. Is there anything that you would say to people who are thinking about, maybe doing Kabbalah or Ritual Master, or could they do it both together? How would you?
I don't know if this is a trick question, but I'm always the advocate for doing it all.
Yeah.
Because if you're even thinking about doing both, it's because you're ready to do both. And you have all the resources at your disposal to make that happen. Part of becoming a Ritual Master and part of having great influence on the planet is finding a way to get it done. Whether it be financial, whether it be you have a really important family reunion, whatever it might be, you matter. And Ritual Master 1 and Kabbalah are both very much about your own growth and your own progression. And I would recommend that you value yourself if it's something you're considering, and just go for it. Just go all in and enjoy the ride.
I think, well, I couldn't agree more. So if you are thinking about the Ritual Master path and you're wondering, how do I get there? Then let us know. That get in touch with your guide, or you can get in touch with me and I'll connect you with somebody who is local to you. Or if you've taken the steps and you're thinking, is this for me? Again, get in touch with your guide, have a conversation, and see what the steps are. We're here to chat and here to help. So thank you so much, Jackie. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me. It's always such a pleasure to be here.
I know, and I can't wait for you to be back on the show, because we'll be talking about lots of exciting things over this 2025. So I would always like to get your experience and your take on that. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a beautiful day.
Yeah, everybody enjoy the sunshine. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.